Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking time to listen to this today. Yesterday, I talked about normalizing the myth of the transgender movement. Today, I want to bring a follow-up word to you. I'm trying to keep this very short, but I want to expand your understanding of normalizing myths in our culture. For the last 20 years, 50 years actually, we have been normalizing the myth of born that way, just as is happening now with the transgender. The born that way myth permeated throughout our society to the point where all of us have been impacted by it. And that is happening even in my own municipality. This week, they adopted June as Pride Month. We're in a small rural area. What they don't understand is when they adopt that, it's not just about caring for the gay and lesbian people. It is actually embracing a far larger movement that has some pretty nefarious characters embedded therein. And what I want to say to you is now the born that way was first of all debunked for the gay and lesbian element. Many of them, in fact, never believed it. They believed they had chosen their desires and their way of responding to those desires. But then it moved into the area of the transgender, who now say that they are born in the wrong body. That's a scientific abnormality. It is not possible. It's an impossibility, actually, not an abnormality. And now, of course, over the last few years, the pedophile movement has been growing in momentum. In fact, in 2018, a young German graduate student was on TED Talk declaring that pedophiles are born that way. When this happens, when this is acknowledged by society, and let me tell you that there are many amongst us, especially the younger people, who are very, very emotionally connected to these subjects, and they begin to, they want to help people, and that's okay. But when you say that you are born in such a manner that obliterates the need for self-governing responsibility, it begins to obliterate the lines, and it leads into this area of debauchery with pedophilia that is very concerning, and it will concern and should concern every parent, every grandparent across Canada. The church at large is oblivious. It's like our eyes are closed. And I want to tell you that our Canadian government is providing legislature that will keep us, number one, from helping those who want help in the area of sexuality, for those particularly who have same-sex attraction, for those who are not wanting to become transgender, but instead would want help not to have that happen. And now we are not going to be able to help counsel pedophiles who have same-sex attracted thoughts and or behaviors, because it's all going to be lumped under the born that way mantra. So if you're born some way, then that obviously means that you can't help yourself. And that's a problem, because it's not true. It's a lie. It's a myth. And the government of Canada now is wanting to put in restrictions on broadcasting. We already have broadcasting laws in Canada, but these new restrictions will limit what can be said. And I want to tell you, to the Christian church in Canada, in the next few years, what you're going to find is that the gospel will no longer be allowed to be preached. The Bible will be declared hate literature and banned because it does not agree with the LGBTQ narrative. You will be called haters if you aren't already. The Bible will be hate literature. Your churches will not receive tax exemption. In fact, your churches are going to be closed. If you do not stand up and fight now against this, then you will find yourself in a very precarious place. I hope and I pray that you are listening carefully. Now, I want to share with you just a quick quote. This is what Karl Marx said. The bourgeois claptrap about the family and education, about the haloed co-relationship between parent and child, All family ties among commoners, that's you and I, are to be torn asunder. They're to be ripped apart, folks, and their children transformed into simple articles of commerce and instruments of labor. This is in the 1800s, he said this. And I want to say to you now that children have become units of the state in Canada. That is the trajectory that's happening, not the responsibility of their parents. Parental responsibility is being stripped, and that will allow what I'm talking about to transpire, that we have made our children vulnerable to predators. We need to stop this right now. Thank you for listening.